You
feel weird.
Radiate a raw sexuality that cannot be denied.
5,
Wait,
4,
I gotta put
3.
Remember,
Good evening and welcome to Off Constantly. With you as always is my host, Bamba. Hello. And with me as always is me, Backwater. Hey, Backwater. You're looking great today and you're not hot under these lights. Why, thank you, Backwater. So,
where's Sam? That was a really bad cold start.
all right, sorry.
Not enough energy there. Why are those cards up there? I'm just curious. Are those new subjects? Because we are, welcome to our Super Bowl show. We are talking about the 52.
52, really?
Yep, that's how many there's been. I got a question for
I
you.
feel like I only saw the one from, I think I saw 3, and then now 52. So I've only seen 2 Super Bowls. So I missed a bunch in between there.
I know for a fact you've been over for at least 10 Super Bowls.
Well,
What?
some of them were Super Bowls, I think. What's that?
We're
Are we starting over?
we were too close. They were afraid we were going to kiss.
Afraid.
Okay, stop.
Okay.
Your
Oh, sorry.
camera's there.
Are we still going?
We're going.
Okay, let's go.
I guess. So we're going to talk about the Super Bowl and everything that happened because it's the day after.
I think there was a touchdown, wasn't there?
There were several.
What?
Yeah,
I only saw the one and then I fell asleep.
Let's go back to the beginning. Let's go back to 2 weeks before the Super Bowl.
Okay.
There was a game that happened with the Vikings and, well, was it 2 weeks before the Super Bowl?
Well, if you're going to go back,
3 weeks
why
before
don't
the
you
Super
go
Bowl.
back
3 weeks.
4 weeks then, I guess?
Okay, let's go back 4 weeks. What
Because that
happened?
was exciting.
What happened?
I don't remember. I just heard a bunch of stuff about it on the news.
4 weeks would have been a bye week. So
Okay, well, that was exciting.
3
because
weeks
I
would have
was-
been
I
the
was-
game against the Saints. So
Because
did
I
you see
went
the
to a birthday party.
Minneapolis Miracle that happened?
I did see the Minneapolis Miracle.
And what did you think?
I thought, you know what? The only miracle that could have outdone that would have been if the Vikings would have made the Super Bowl.
And then?
And then that didn't pan out too
No,
well.
if they would have won it, that would have been a miracle.
Well,
It's going to be
that's
like,
asking for a lot.
there's a couple of moments in your life. There was the moment Kennedy was shot. There was the Challenger explosion.
And I think those two are related, but I have a theory about it. It's on my blog. I'll talk to you about it some other, maybe a whole episode.
We'll combine those together, circling back later. But thirdly, the Minneapolis Miracle. Where were you when it happened?
Where am I always? I'm in my house.
You were watching at home?
Yeah.
We were on our way to the Timberwolves game. We were in the parking ramp,
Okay.
and New Orleans.
So you were having your pregame ritual, right? Is
Yeah.
that what you're doing there?
Yeah.
All right.
No,
I'm just kidding.
I was with my family. So
Well, oh, yeah. All right then. Sorry.
So anyway, we went there, and we had tickets to see the. Have you been in the cinema boxes?
Wait, there's a movie theater in the Target
See?
Center?
It's rather like disorientating because there's no movie theater, but it's called a cinema box.
Okay.
Basically, it's a table with 6 chairs
Okay.
with a waiter and all kinds of fancy food.
Is there popcorn?
There is not popcorn.
Is there Milk Duds?
At the end, there was Milk Duds
All
and
right.
gummy bears
Ooh.
and gummy worms.
Okay.
And it doesn't matter. All kinds of candy. But anyway, you get there and you're in like this open area, so it's like right half court, and it's at center court, and then it's on the suite level. So you need a ticket to get in there. It was kind of a cool deal. But on our way in, from the parking ramp, the Saints scored, the Vikings scored, the Saints rescored, and there's 10 seconds left. So we decided, let's just go to our seats. So we walk in on the suite level, and there's a lady there, and she's like, "Are you guys not? What are you doing? The game's still on." And I'm like, "There's 10 seconds left." And she goes, "You gotta have faith." And I don't know why, but she said that, and I'm like, "Yeah, we do." So we started bolting towards our seats, and we get there right as he's lining up to throw the pass. He throws the pass, he catches it, and then makes the touchdown. And we're standing there like processing what just happened. Because there's no way that went actually something went our way once, right?
No, believe me, it took me. I celebrated about full 15 seconds after it happened because I was like, wait, what? That didn't just happen, did it?
I lost my mind. I started screaming and yelling. Every single person, employee, it didn't matter. I didn't care. Every single person on the suite level got a hug. Some got a kiss from me. I completely, and the whole place, like there was maybe 150 people in there, and it sounded when that happened like the stadium was full because everybody lost their mind.
It was something. It was something. I actually, like you saw all those videos. I was like, I wasn't videotaping it, but I ran like. I was watching it in my daughter's room, and I ran out of the room. But then my wife was putting the kids to bed, and I was like, ran out there, and I was like, ah! And then I realized, I should not be screaming. So I was like, wow, you should have seen that. And
I actually saw your nanny cam. Which you didn't know that I had in your living room, but
neither does my nanny.
Neither, no, they don't. And I would maybe get a new nanny.
Oh, believe me.
So
after the lawsuit, definitely.
We should have maybe introduced subjects tonight. This show is all backwards. So this is we don't have Sam here. I don't know if you noticed that.
Yeah, it's actually like I was like, it seems like a better show, and I couldn't figure out why.
Well, Dave, make sure you put that on a loop and email it to her.
This is my Sam for tonight.
Yeah, I don't even know what to say there. We do have a bunch of topics to go over, though. Okay.
What? We have topics?
So yeah, I just want to do a quick time check. Where are we at?
You're about
8 minutes left. Because that was the longest intro I've ever seen. 15 minutes
15?
left. We've only been
13?
here 5.
Oh,
13.
all right.
Okay.
Well.
So let's quick whip through some topics. We have some amazing guests on our show tonight, experts that are with us in studio.
We are truly blessed.
We are truly blessed. Tonight, first let's talk about...
This is the Minnesota miracle, having all these guests here tonight.
It is.
Isn't it really?
You know what it is? It's not constantly miracle.
Yeah.
Forget Minneapolis.
Minneapolis, that's a city. Off constantly is a state of mind.
A state of mind and a way of life.
All right.
So our first guest that we want to bring out is basically when the Super Bowl comes to town, to Minneapolis, we get a lot of what? Celebrities, that's right.
Yeah.
We have celebrities here.
Yes.
So we have our own celebrity expert, direct from TMZ, Kevin S. So Kevin, where is Kevin? Slow down, Kevin. So,
Globe Sam.
all right,
show some respect.
welcome.
I'm not doing this.
And this now on camera is Bo too, our awesome production assistant here. He's quite amazing. All right, so nothing like throwing you on the spot right off the bat, huh?
I'm glad to be here.
Well, we're glad to have you here, Kevin.
Definitely.
So, tell us a little bit about who you are, who you work for, and what you saw.
Yeah, I'm Kevin, celebrity expert, unemployed, so I just see celebrities all day. I was just out on the town, grabbed a cup of coffee, hot chocolate actually, and who do I see but Drew Brees to the right of me? He sees me, we lock eyes. That's the Minneapolis miracle.
Wow. Now, so that picture was actually, that wasn't like at a NFL event or anything?
Nope, it was at the Mall of America.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Where, what, like at Caribou or something? Or?
No, it was actually, I actually wasn't getting coffee. It was at Shake Shack.
Been a lot cool.
It would have been cooler if I just lied.
Total
Sorry.
celebrity. Total celebrity diva here. He's
Yeah.
making up stories.
Well, I don't want to tell
Trying
people.
to make them more interesting on what they
I don't want to
actually
tell
were.
people where I go because then I'll get bum rushed out in public, and I don't want that to happen.
That's why he's the
I have a
celebrity.
life
expert,
to live.
ladies
He
and
is now
gentlemen.
a celebrity because
Yeah.
he had an interaction with a celebrity. That's how it works.
Well, see,
We're like werewolves.
the thing is, I didn't even ask him to take a picture with me. He asked me to take a picture with me. So,
Wow.
He was like,
And we've got you here tonight.
yeah,
Luckiest people
it's a
on earth.
miracle.
So,
Wow, lots of miracles.
besides Drew Brees, who else did you see?
Met Marcus Mariota, Titans quarterback. That was all right. So I was trying to take a picture of Drew Brees initially, and then LaDainian Tomlinson walks in front of me, and he's like, "Oh, my bad." And I'm like, "Oh, it's all good." But I didn't see that it was him until the guy next to me was like, "Hey, that was LaDainian Tomlinson. Drew Brees is currently my favorite player in the NFL. LaDainian Tomlinson is my favorite player of all time, and I did not realize that he walked in front of me.
Nice.
And I went to the bathroom and cried about 7 minutes, 30 seconds after that. So,
Wow.
yeah.
So did nobody happen to snap a picture as he was walking in front of you?
There's probably footage, security footage from the Mall of America. I'll get that.
I would maybe get a hold
Take
of
a
that.
couple screenshots.
Let's get the people on Shake Shack on the phone right
Yeah.
now and
Yeah.
tell them to pull the tape.
Yeah.
So, any other celebrity sightings?
Well, I mean, there are plenty of celebrities there. All of the football players, Le'Veon Bell, Alvin Kamara, Steve Smith, bunch of fun stuff. I didn't meet any of them, so they're kind of irrelevant.
Well, apparently
They
we
didn't
had
meet you.
Yeah.
The more important thing.
last Thursday
They're bummed
evening.
right now.
Who gets paid more, me or them?
Actually, we were talking to you last Thursday evening.
You were?
And when we left, we decided to go have a beer somewhere, and we chose the wrong venue because literally 3 blocks from my house at the biggest, well, probably one of the biggest dive bars on earth, Tommy Kramer. And
Wait, Tommy Kramer was at a dive bar? Are you kidding me?
not only that,
How is that possible?
not only that, but he was at said dive bar singing karaoke.
Oh, that's
And
so
I
great.
have footage from a friend of mine. Tommy Kramer might have been the greatest quarterback that's ever lived.
I'd be more impressed if it was Cosmo Kramer from Seinfeld
No.
singing karaoke.
What if they were both singing together? Kramer versus Kramer in the karaoke battle.
Well
There we
played.
go.
Yeah.
But he was singing karaoke at a cowboy bar.
And you miss it.
I missed it because we chose to go to some other stupid green mill or something.
Well, that's why you're not the celebrity expert.
Exactly. But I'm glad you're here.
Yes.
Thanks for coming in. Any other
course.
closing comments or?
Go Eagles, I guess, or something.
Okay.
No, we can cut that out.
You may leave now.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kevin.
Thank you.
All right, coming up next, we're going to talk about our halftime show. Justin Timberlake was here giving a little shout out to the hometown boy Prince. Did you see the performance?
I missed the first part. My wife told me there was something where he was talking to himself, or what happened at the very beginning?
Who?
Justin Timberlake.
He was talking to himself?
Anybody have what
No,
happened?
he
How
was
did
like
it open?
dancing in front of like a
thing of
little
himself?
screen,
I don't know.
and then he came out. It was in the
I gotta
bowels
watch
of the
it.
stadium, and then he came out on a bridge. And
The reason I missed it was because of my bowels.
oh, that's far more interesting than the beginning of the.
Well, why don't I start the story?
Shall we?
So I felt some sort of a discomfort in my
Uh-huh.
midsection, and so I
Go
said,
on.
what does this mean? Am I cursed? Has God forsaken me?
You know who would know? Sam. If Sam were here, she would know.
Sam is so in tune with my digestive tract that if she was... is there any way we can possibly put the show on hold or maybe just stop filming altogether until Sam is here?
Well,
and
it's
then
a little
we
late
can
for
pick it
that,
up?
so
Okay, fine.
we'll just keep going.
All right.
So there's that.
Actually, I'm not going to go any further. Because
Okay.
it would just gotten gross.
I-
No,
I'm
I
actu-
just, I walked
I'm actually glad we're not gonna go forward with that one. So,
Yeah.
as
But
fa-
like,
as-
I don't know. I don't know what she was talking about. Maybe I misheard too.
well, speaking of not knowing what's being talked about, let's bring on our halftime show expert now.
Okay.
Shall we?
Good.
We please welcome to the show, Mr. Tim. Who's our halftime expert here? Yep, halftime expert Tim. Brad. I don't think Brad's here. Tim's here. Tim's here. So while Tim's coming into the studio, here, we'd like to introduce Tim. Tim's been with us for 6 years. He's an Aquarius. His favorite color is blue. He has a dog, a cat, a goldfish named Sam. Odd.
Yeah, that's
Suppose he
weird.
named it after?
I wonder how long have you had the goldfish?
How long has that been?
3 years.
Through us 3 years. Named it after Sam.
Yeah.
Do you have one named Bamba?
Yes, I do.
Goldfish,
flushed
blonde
down the
hair.
toilet, don't
Yeah.
No, that was backwater.
Oh! So,
And now that fish is swimming free in toilet
like
water.
Finding Nemo. So,
It's in the Mississippi.
halftime show. What do you got?
It was JT singing and dancing in front of a bunch of people, and then they lit the city up in purple with the Prince signal. symbol.
Wait, so James Taylor?
Hmm.
Wait,
Justin Timberlake.
Oh, clap that one. That was
Justin
riveting. It
Timberlake.
was like you painted such a
I'm
picture.
sure-
It's almost like it just happened again right here.
I'm sure I said Justin Timberlake.
You did.
I did.
I thought you said JT, and I
JT.
instantly
Like,
go to James
we
Taylor.
felt like you knew him at
He
that
goes
point.
as JT.
Oh, okay.
He's Brandon Setzi back. Too bad I had
He's
already
this
had it.
generation's JT.
I see.
This JT is this generation's JT?
Yes, there's different JTs every generation.
There can be. It's
Who
like
was
a
the last
Highlander.
JT?
There can be
That would be
only
James
one,
Taylor.
and one JT has
Oh.
to cut the head off the other JT in order
right.
to gain his power.
It's like Menudo. They got two men
Menudo,
enter,
yeah,
one have
yeah,
to leave,
yeah.
or only one man leaves.
Exactly.
So other than that, riveting rendition of the halftime show.
And they did that Prince thing on the screen too.
Yeah,
Were-
the
now,
Shroud
were you
of-
actually at the
Shroud
Super
of
Bowl during
Prince.
that?
No, I was watching it intently on the TV.
So your volunteer hours did not take place during the Super Bowl either.
No.
See, this is exactly why I backed out of the 52 because
They needed it
No.
for 10 days.
Dave, were you at the Super Bowl? See, was anybody that volunteered actually at the Super Bowl?
There were a couple of them.
I'm pointing like this because our giant studio audience here. There's nobody. Oh, we do have one out there, but we're not going to talk to them.
It ruins our theory.
So we signed up thinking we'll work the Super Bowl. My wife and I should say, clarify that. We figured we'll go work the Super Bowl. We'll see it together. Yeah. And then we read the fine print. And it's like, you could be somewhere between here and Mankato up to a month before and 3 days after.
You could be at the Cowboy Bar running karaoke when Tommy Kramer comes in to sing "Friends in Low Places."
That's funny because that is the song he sang.
Is it really?
It was. He sang one other one too. It's Friends in Low Places, and then, oh my gosh, I'll have to look it up. But that was one of them. So that's funny. So nothing else for me. How was your volunteering? Did you meet
It was
anybody
very
cool?
good. Mark Rosen.
So not only did our celebrity expert meet some famous people.
Oh, I don't watch the local news that often, and I saw Mark Rosen. In all due respect, literally a local legend, right?
Yeah. Are you
I
talking
don't even
about his
want to
hair?
say it. No,
You're going to
The
talk about his hair.
The hair. Forget it. I don't want to go on.
No, you have to. Now you have to. You can't light up like
No,
that.
I don't.
and
No,
not
I don't.
deliver.
I don't want to go on. Just because why be mean? Like, the guy is hilarious.
Pretend like
he's
you're
a
from
talent.
Philadelphia.
No, I don't want to be.
Thank you, Tim.
You're welcome.
You may leave now. That was, thank you. I mean, respect.
I don't want to. I like why? Why say that? Because
Because it's making you uncomfortable, and
No,
this makes
I
me
know,
happy.
I know.
Because
It's a-
usually you're
like,
always
why
making
be-
me
like,
uncomfortable.
I respect the guy. He's a funny guy. Why should I say something like catty about him in order to?
Because we can.
Well, I don't want to.
Let's
don't
be
want
honest.
to.
Nobody watches this damn show anyway, so.
All right, fine. He was wearing glasses, and I was thinking, geez, like, he's the next Sid Hartman because of the fact that he is starting to look like Sid Hartman.
Why does that mean?
I don't
Sid's
know.
the
I just
man.
felt like, I mean, because
When I am 936 years old, look like
Exactly.
Yoda or Sid
I'm
Hartman.
sorry.
Either one.
Again,
I'll take Sid Hartman.
talented man, do not mean to be mean to the guy.
No, and we don't. Much respect to Mr. Rosen. So, speaking of Mr. Rosen, as always on our show, we do our best to do an education piece. And tonight's education piece comes from our wonderful director and good friend, Mr. W. Mr. W is just coming off the State Soil Scientist of the Year. That is a thing. He has a plaque proving it. And we're going to talk about something with soil. So take it away, W.
Thank you. I'm going to talk about Super Bowl soils in Minnesota. The soils were frozen, so that means very little biological activity was happening. It also means it's an excellent time to drive on wet soils that will be normally wet because they're frozen, and you will not compact them because compaction ruins soil structure, which ruins soil life. So if you want healthy soils and you have to drive on some wetland soils, drive on them in the winter. And during Super Bowl week, everything was well frozen, that would have been an excellent time for you to harvest some of your woodland vegetation in the wetlands without compacting the soil.
I can say this, Dave. I don't know a lot about soil, but that is a true soil scientist of the year soil presentation. My question is this, though. I mean, I spend days during the year going, I really
this
want to
wetland
drive on some
vegetation.
wetland soil right now.
There's that
I just
wetland
got to do
vegetation
it.
in there. Oh, I need to get my
And
hands on that
then
wetland
Backwater's always like, don't do it, don't do it, you'll ruin it. So
Oh, I'm gonna take my monster truck in there and get that wetlands vegetation. Ooh.
just out of
Right.
curiosity, where would one find if they were looking for wetland soil? And don't say wetlands, I swear to God I'll kill you.
Swampy areas, areas of high water table, places that you would not normally walk after a rain.
So Jay's underwear in July.
I
Or
don't.
right now.
Right.
All right.
It does feel like July in here.
So anyway, that's your Super Bowl soils
No,
report.
don't even.
No,
We're not done with. No. So I understand
We
this.
get the soil minute rebuttal.
Yes, it's the soil. I know you wanted soil 20 seconds because that's what you asked for, but we're gonna do the soil 3 minutes. So these are your gloves, right, or mittens?
Yeah.
And this was your scarf.
Sorry, it's right here. It was
Yeah.
So I saw the selfies, which were riveting. They were a picture of you and nothing else. No people.
Oh, you mean my volunteer work?
Yes.
Correct.
Don't, you're terrible at acting. Oh, you mean my volunteer work? So,
That wasn't
where
acting.
did you
Guess that just means
did
I'm
you
terrible.
meet any celebrities?
I wouldn't be able to tell if I did. There was some large football player. I think he had a jacket on, something about the Super Bowl in Arizona. I think he was a football player, but that's about the extent of it.
Did you help him?
Or he was.
I
a
held the
Super
door
Bowl
for him.
jacket
For
model.
him.
Did you?
I held the door open for
Did
him.
you take his jacket off?
I'll tell you my experience on the first day, because they had us staffed at 8 a.m. on Monday of the Super Bowl in the Skyway. So there's not a lot
Smart.
of Super Bowl fans walking around the Medical Arts Building, but was walking around were a lot of people who are going to a doctor's appointment and looking at the directory trying to figure out where their doctors were. So I became a doorman to the building. I would help out people. They'd say, I want to go to the Alina Clinic, and I'd say, that's on floor 3.
I think I used to go
That
to
was
the
my-
dentist in that building.
There's about 700 dentists. In
So
that
how
building.
far away was
I
that
only
from
went
the
to one
actual
of them. I didn't
stadium?
go to 700 dentists.
I was on Nicollet Mall,
So a long ways away.
a long ways away. Yeah,
Okay.
but
Well-
we were there throughout the Skyway. Just when somebody was lost, and they have somebody, they'd look up and there's somebody in the purple shirt to help them out.
Okay. So last question, and then we'll let you go because I can see how uncomfortable you are. I
Well,
heard.
why would we let him go if he's
I had
uncomfortable?
a great experience.
You
though.
drug it out of me,
I enjoyed
that
it.
mean thing I said
You
about
did.
Yeah.
Mark Rosen.
Yeah.
Poor
Way to
Mark
go.
Rosen.
See, I can pull stuff out of anybody. No, right.
I
The
got a G.I. Joe guy. I might need you to work out a little bit later.
now I had read many news stories about all the volunteers and how they thought it was so cool that as they were done with their volunteering, their last shift, they would literally walk down the skyways or the streets. And when they saw people that were like maybe on the side of the road with the sign like "We'll work for food" or whatever, they felt so compelled to donate their clothes to them that they had gotten for free from the Super Bowl committee. I was just wondering if you did that too.
I did not.
Did you help homeless people out with their clothes?
No, I donated other coats.
You lie.
I did.
All right, I'm just giving you crap. Thank you. Awesome Soil Minute. Super Bowl Soil Minute. Thank you, W. And I think that's going to bring us to the end of our first Super Bowl show.
What?
We do have a follow-up show coming up.
Oh, thank God.
I know we have not beat this horse to death, have we?
We didn't.
I wish
touch
for the
on.
last 6 months, some channel in Minneapolis would have told us there was a damn Super Bowl.
I know. Billboards saying it's only
Billboards.
365 days
I mean,
away.
right? 365 days. It started at 7:20, and it was cool though when it started to get down to like under 30.
No, well, I remember seeing it and was like, I might be dead before that happens. I have a really bad heroin habit, so it's like I'm pretty much day to day.
So, closing comments on the Super Bowl.
You know what?
Yeah.
2 teams played a game.
Yep.
That's it.
Okay. And I have to say that the finer of the 2 teams did not win last night. I heard Philadelphia was burnt to the ground this morning. Thank you for not at least doing it here. I truly believe there would have been a war if they would have started torching our city.
Yeah, I don't think they had the numbers.
Did you hear that? I think it was Adam and Eve or something. One of those
I'm not
online
familiar with
adult
Adam and Eve.
boutiques.
I think it's Adam and Steve.
You sent me the link.
Okay.
The online super sex store
Yeah.
offered to come to Minneapolis and lube all the light poles so Philadelphians would not climb it.
That's
On that note, I'm going to leave
clever.
you with that visual. Thank you for watching Off Constantly. Have a good night.